What are some of the differences that you see in kids today versus kids when you played?
PlayStation and telephone.
Wow.
I guess that's the biggest difference. I think now we worked. If we saw a move we wanted to try, like when I used to watch Carolina and I would see King Rice or see them dudes do something, I didn't go pull my PlayStation out to try it. I went to the court and actually did it.
Wow.
Nowadays they try moves from a video game or YouTube, or it's just the game has changed to the fact we just grind hard on our games and worked on it, and now it's more computerized or analytical, how they like to say it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
We just go out there and work. I mean, they could teach you how to play through a video game or through these computers and stuff, but for us, it was just old school basketball. We just went out, played, did it ourselves, learned it, got beat up by older guys, and I think that's how we got good. But nowadays, it's a lot of prima donnas, man. I will say that. Coaching these kids now, it's a lot of prima donnas. But the ones that get it, they get it.
Wow. What do you think about the integration of analytics into basketball now?
I think it's good for some things. I mean, I think some stuff I use. I like the 3-point shot opposed to a 2. But some of the stuff about the body is what I mean. Like, I talk to a lot of people in the NBA and college basketball, and you can't work the kids out more than 25 minutes because they knees. This stuff like that is what I'm saying. Like we used to have grind workouts 2 hours, and I mean, Ivory would come to Carolina with Stackhouse and myself, and we would work out after practice for like an hour and a half with no restrictions. And now it's like, you can only have them for 20 minutes and because their knees for 7 years later. I'm like, 7 years later? Like, we talking about now. So, I mean, it's just a different time. I mean, you just have to adapt to the time. I guess that's what it is. But to me, it's making the basketball player today a little softer, to me.
We're talking to Jeff McGinnis, man, Carolina great, and definitely coach for Combine. Go ahead, Chuck.
Hey, with that being said, I remember those nights over at the Smith Center when, everybody's in there 10, 11 o'clock at night playing. What, if anything, have you taken from Coach Smith and, the program when you were there?
Basically everything, man. I mean, I think I'm my own coach, but I've taken some from every coach that I played with, and I've tried to put the stuff that I like and put it in my coaching style. But for Coach Smith, this is all the little stuff. Be on time, be accountable. Just to act like you've done it before. When you dunking on somebody, run back down the court. You don't have to talk junk every time. Like, this is messages. A lion never roars after a kill. Stuff like that I try to explain to my kids. If you're good, you don't have to show it every time.
They already know.
An example, like, I just hate, football when you get a first down every time. You got to do that every time. It's a first down. It's not a touchdown. So to me, I just think people celebrate a little too much in the game. If you score a touchdown, that's one thing. But, like, every first down or every shot you make don't have to be celebrated. That's just me, how I look at it.
No, that's me too, bro. I mean, I feel the same way. I hate when they see things like that on the football field. We're talking to head coach Jeff McGinnis, Combine Academy, the Combine Academy Goats. Hey, Jeff, did you always want to be a coach? How you transition from, of course, a player and now being a coach? You always want to do this?
Yeah, I think just the position I playing, you always kind of have to be a coach playing basketball as you're a point guard. I think now that's some of the issues that I have with my guards. They don't talk enough. And I think, I think it just happened naturally. Being a leader. And then when I finished playing basketball in 2008, I think I started in 2010 training kids, and then I started my AAU program, Team Charlotte. So, we've been rolling ever since then. And then last year, this came about. So I just want my ultimate goal is to help kids. So if it's a Combine, it's a Team Charlotte, wherever it's at, I just want to help kids and make those kids have a successful life, whether it's basketball or just getting them to college. And, once you get to college, good things can happen, meet people, and try to change their life.
Well, I watched the video that you had up the other day, man, and you could tell just by watching it how much your players care about you and they trust, because you coach them hard, man. I have personal experience with that. You talk to my son in ways that I wouldn't let everybody talk to my son, but I know you talk to him about your heart, man. And that's something those kids really feel. Does it take a special type of player to play for you? Because that kid Robert Dillingham you have, I see you yelling and screaming at him, and he's one of the best players in the country in his class right now. He just takes it, and a lot of these prima donna kids wouldn't be able to handle that.
Well, I think with Dillingham, he is one of the best players in the country. But I think that's what he's been hearing all his life since he's been here. When he got here, that's all he's been hearing. So would he be a great player if I keep telling him the same thing? I don't think so. His dad done called me and told me how much better the kid has got, not only as a basketball player, but as a person in their house. Like, that's the kind of stuff that's important to me. I don't care how good he can play basketball. I just got another call from a parent. Since her kid's been at Combine, he's matured as a person in their home, not just basketball. So it's bigger than what people see on the court. You know what I'm saying? So to give you an example, like, yeah, I do coach them hard, but when I go home, they at my pool, they in my house ordering pizza, eating in my refrigerator like they my kids. So people don't see that side. Like, they don't see that side of it. Like, yeah, I treat these dudes like my own kids. When I go home some weekends, kids that's left here, they go with me. They can stay at my house for the weekend and chill. I'm gone doing my errands. They at the crib chilling, doing what they got to do, watching TV, watching games. It's a trust factor that people don't see that.
Right.
They just see, oh, Coach Jeff yelling at them. They don't know the insides and how we get down over here. So I let them talk, man, and we don't really worry about the outside, man. We just worry about us. And, a lot of those same parents that say that, be DMing me to get their kid here, too. So, it's the flip side to all the hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same people who talk be DMing us trying to get here. So, It's all good, man. We just do what we do, and we only worry about Combine and, our family. As long as our people good, we don't really worry about the outside.
Well, with that being said, man, with the Rooney Rule and all of that stuff that's popping up with the NFL, do you think in your lifetime you'll ever see a black coach over at Carolina or Duke?
Interesting.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's changing now. I think it's just about timing. I don't think it's really a color issue to me. I haven't seen that yet, but I know they haven't had one, but I don't think the right one has come up for it. Now, being biased, I think this guy I know named Jerry Stackhouse is a great candidate for it. Pretty soon here. I think he'll be a guy who can really go in there and turn this thing around, with the direction he's going. And I say Stack because he's in position right now to do it. So, I think it will be Duke, Carolina. I think they will have a black coach in the coming years. So as long as it's the right guy. King Rice, he's doing good. We got some guys right now that's doing good that might have a chance to get that.
Wow,
man, you Stack and She back on the bench again. That might be scary. that's worth 5 wins in itself.
Hey, we ain't gonna be no 8-9 till you that.
Wow, Jeff, why you had to remind us of the record, man? Come on, man.
Hey, because I gotta hear it every day.
Me too. As well, you should.
No, me too, bro. I hear it every day.
I hear it every day.
Hey, Jeff. How big was that beating Oak Hill, man? How big was that for your program this early?
I mean, I think for us, it proved what I've been preaching all for 2 months. We knew we had to play them the first game. Everybody really didn't want to play them in the tournament, so I took the game. And really, I set our schedule up for failure. We scheduled the best teams. Everywhere we go, we wanted to play the best teams. We got a game Friday here. It'll be our second home game in like 20 games. So, we don't play here. We play away. And it gets our kids better. But the Oak Hill game was awesome because I've been telling them all for 2 months, we can beat this team. We can beat anybody in the country if you believe it. Just you got to believe it. You got to believe it. And I kept telling them just believe in themselves. And I think that changed our whole season and mindset to play them and beat them in overtime. Got down 10 and we still can't fall back and beat them. I just think them kids, it made them respect what I was saying, and they bought in. And there was no better way to do it. Sometimes coaches take months to get their kids to buy in. It took me one game to get my kids to buy in what I was selling. So for me, it was perfect. But on the flip side, they thought they was there too. So I had to keep, grinding on them because what can I say? They just beat Oak Hill the first game. Sometimes you get cocky, but then we lost one. The Moravian Prep beat us pretty bad, so that humbled us again. So now I think we just rolling on. Yeah. The Oak Hill game is behind us, and we put ourselves on the map. That was the whole purpose of the schedule. By the end of the season, we wanted Combine to be a known name, and it happened in the first game. So I mean that's cool too, but. We just stay humble and keep grinding, man. I just think that's what I tell our players all the time. We don't head down and grind.
Right.
And that's just kind of our mentality.
Well, man, you guys are definitely tracking that way for a successful season. Chuck, another good get, Chuck, on your sideline stories, man. Hey, Coach, we appreciate you, man, as always. Keep on doing the good work and keep motivating the kids.
All right, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Thanks, too.
All right, go Heels.
That's right. Touche, we call it. Hey, you know what, Chuck? That's pretty good, man. That's back to back, man. You're doing your job very, very well.
Listen, man, it's good when you have great friends, man. It's good.